Welcome back to the deep dive. Our mission today is to help you get a really clear picture of what makes these properties so unique. I mean, everything from, the architectural details to the price tags, what kind of lifestyle they offer.
The whole package.
Yeah, and I think what's immediately captivating about these homes, just from looking at pictures, is this idea that they so beautifully blend history, like centuries of it, with modern living.
Absolutely. You've got this incredible fusion of architectural styles and influences reflecting Malta's rich past, but then you combine that with contemporary design and amenities. It's a very appealing mix.
Very much so. So why don't we start unpacking that, bit by bit? Maybe we could kick off with the architecture. The text mentions these wooden balconies, the Gallarija. They
Mhm.
sound like a real signature feature.
Oh, they absolutely are. And they're so much more than just a pretty facade.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, think about it this way. You know the Arab mashrabiyah? Those enclosed balconies designed for privacy.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. They're beautiful.
Exactly. So picture those, and then think about how European balcony designs, the more open kind, were integrated over time. The Gallerija is essentially that fusion, that blending of styles and needs.
So it's kind of like a cultural conversation happening in architecture.
That's a great way to put it. It's a wonderful example of how different cultures and design principles can come together and create something unique and functional.
And what about the functionality? What do they add to the homes?
Well, for one thing, they offer a degree of privacy, especially in densely populated areas, while still allowing for those stunning framed views of the sea.
Ah, so you get the view without feeling like you're on display.
Precisely. Plus, Malta can get pretty hot, and those enclosed wooden structures of the Gallerija are incredibly effective at providing shade.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's like built-in climate control.
Exactly. And if you really start looking closely at different Gallerija, you'll notice variations in their design and ornamentation, hinting at different periods and craft traditions. It's those details that really give each home its character and a sense of place.
That's fascinating. It's like each balcony has its own story to tell.
In a way, they do. And another instantly recognizable feature of these Maltese Seaview homes has to be the limestone facades. I mean, that golden color against the Mediterranean blue, just wow.
Yeah, it's striking. I was looking at some images earlier, and it's really unique. So is that just an aesthetic choice, or is there more to it?
It's definitely both. I mean, the use of local limestone, it's so deeply practical. The stone is abundant on the islands, and it's incredibly durable. It's naturally resistant to the elements, the salt air, strong winds, all of that.
So it's built to last, which is important in a coastal environment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But beyond the practicality, it's that warm golden hue of the limestone that I find so captivating. It seems to absorb and reflect the Maltese light in a way that makes the buildings feel like a natural extension of the landscape. It's a visual thread that runs through so much of Malta's architectural heritage.
It's like the buildings themselves are part of the scenery.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is that this specific type of Maltese limestone, it actually has unique thermal properties.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, it helps to keep the interiors of the homes cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. It's like a natural insulator.
Wow, so it's not just about looks, it's actively contributing to the living experience.
Exactly. It's form and function working in harmony.
I love that. And then, of course, we have to talk about those penthouse apartments. The text mentions spacious terraces and high ceilings, which sounds incredibly luxurious.
It does, doesn't it? Imagine those large terraces becoming an extension of your living space, like an outdoor living room. A place for dining al fresco, relaxing in the sun, just taking in those panoramic sea views.
It sounds idyllic.
It really does. And the high ceilings, especially in a warmer climate like Malta's, are so important for natural airflow. They allow hot air to rise and dissipate, keeping the indoor environment much more comfortable.
So it's all about maximizing your connection to that beautiful coastal setting, both inside and out.
Precisely. It's about creating spaces that allow you to truly embrace that Mediterranean lifestyle.
Okay, so we have these architecturally interesting and climate-conscious homes, but let's talk about what you actually see when you look out those diverse coastal views. The text highlights three distinct examples. We could start with the fishing village charm of Marsaxlokk Bay. I mean, I can almost picture the colorful boats bobbing in the harbor.
Oh, Marsaxlokk is truly special. It's a real working fishing village, so the view is constantly changing with the daily rhythms of life.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It is. You'll see the iconic Luzzus, those brightly painted fishing boats with the eyes of Osiris on their prows, heading out to sea in the morning and returning with their catch later in the day.
The Eyes of Osiris. That's interesting. Is there a story behind that?
There is. It's an ancient tradition meant to bring good luck and protection to the fishermen. And the waterfront itself has this unique architectural style, very much shaped by generations of fishermen and their needs. Then you have those incredible sunsets over the bay. I mean, picture the sky ablaze with color, reflecting on the water.
Wow. It sounds like a living, breathing postcard.
It really does. And what's fascinating here is how the enduring presence of the fishing industry has actually shaped the unique, somewhat unpretentious architectural character of the waterfront buildings.
Oh, that's interesting. How so?
Well, the buildings are very much designed for practicality, with sturdy structures, open spaces for storing nets and equipment, and a certain simplicity that reflects the down-to-earth nature of the fishing community. It's a far cry from the more polished, luxurious development you might find in other coastal areas.
So it's authentic, rooted in tradition.
Very much so. And then we move to something completely different, the natural spectacle of the Blue Grotto. Imagine having a Seaview home with that as your backdrop.
Oh, that must be breathtaking.
It would be an extraordinary experience. The Blue Grotto is a series of sea caves where the sunlight filtering through the crystal clear waters creates these unbelievably vibrant shades of blue. It's truly mesmerizing.
I've seen pictures, but I imagine it's something you have to experience in person to truly appreciate.
Absolutely. And to have that kind of natural beauty right there, constantly shifting with the light and the tides, it offers a truly unique and almost ethereal living experience. It's like having a constantly evolving natural masterpiece right outside your window.
That's a powerful image. And finally, we have the classic beachfront living of Mellieha Beach. For someone who loves to feel the sand between their toes, that must be the ultimate.
Mellieha is one of Malta's largest and most popular sandy beaches. It's that classic idyllic image of Mediterranean beach life, golden sand, turquoise waters, people swimming, sunbathing, enjoying water sports. It offers that quintessential resort lifestyle.
So you could literally step out of your property and be right on the beach.
Exactly. Picture yourself walking out your door, crossing maybe a small promenade or a stretch of sand, and you're right there, ready to enjoy the day. It's a much more active, leisure-oriented vibe compared to the more traditional charm of Marsaxlokk or the dramatic natural beauty of the Blue Grotto. Each of these locations really does offer a distinct flavor of coastal living.
So an incredible range of scenery and lifestyle options. But let's get down to the financial realities. What kind of price ranges are we talking about for these Seaview properties? The text breaks it down geographically, starting with Valletta and its surroundings as the luxury hub. That suggests a significant investment.
Oh, absolutely. Valletta, as Malta's historic capital city, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, packed with stunning Baroque architecture, those incredible Grand Harbor views, and a real concentration of high-end amenities. It naturally commands the highest property values.
So we're talking top dollar here.
We are. Think in the range of 3,500 to 5,000 euro per square meter. You're not just buying a property. You're buying into a piece of history, a prime location, and a certain level of prestige.
It sounds like it comes with bragging rights.
It definitely does. You're in the heart of Malta's cultural and historical scene, with everything at your doorstep.
Makes sense. Then we move north to St. Julian's, which is described as trendy and upscale. The price range there seems a bit more accessible, relatively speaking, of course.
Yeah, St. Julian's is still a very sought-after area, but it has a different vibe. It's known for its vibrant nightlife, excellent restaurants, and those luxurious waterfront developments. The price range, 3,000 to 4,000 per square meter, reflects that. You're getting a blend of high-end living with a more contemporary, energetic atmosphere compared to the historic grandeur of Valletta.
So a bit more modern, a bit more buzz.
Exactly. It's a great option for people who want that cosmopolitan lifestyle with easy access to entertainment and amenities.
And what about those who might be looking for a slightly more budget-friendly option? The southern and western parts of Malta are presented as more affordable.
That's right. The southern and western coastal regions generally offer a more tranquil and often more spacious living environment. Property prices there range from 2,500 euros to 3,500 per square meter.
So you're still getting those beautiful ocean views, but at a more relaxed pace.
Exactly. It's a great option for retirees, families, or anyone who wants to escape the hustle and bustle and enjoy a slower pace of life.
Sounds appealing. Okay, so you found a location that fits your lifestyle and maybe a property within your budget. But the text also points out some crucial considerations for potential buyers, starting with the often complex area of property rights and ownership.
This is where things can get a little tricky. so it's important to do your due diligence. In Malta, you need to establish whether you're purchasing the freehold, which means you own the property and the land it sits on outright, or if the property is subject to ground rent.
Ground rent. So that's like,
It means you essentially pay an annual fee to the landowner. It's like a long-term lease on the land itself, even though you own the building.
oh, I see. So the initial purchase price isn't the only financial aspect to consider.
Exactly. Understanding this distinction is essential for long-term financial planning. You need to factor in that ground rent if it applies.
Makes sense. And what about those who aren't EU citizens? Is there anything specific they need to know?
Yes, definitely. Individuals who are not citizens of an EU member state and intend to purchase property in Malta, they need to obtain something called an Acquisition of Immovable Property, AIP permit.
AIP permit. Got it. Is that difficult to get?
It involves a bit of paperwork and can take some time, but it's a standard process. It's worth noting that there are some exceptions in specially designated areas, often aimed at attracting foreign investment.
Oh, that's good to know. So it's not impossible.
Not at all. It just requires some planning and preparation.
Okay, so property rights, ground rent, AIP permits. What else do potential buyers need to be aware of?
Well, there are the potential additional costs, particularly with older properties. You know, those beautiful Maltese homes with all their character. They might also require some updates to meet modern standards.
So things like electrical wiring, plumbing, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Those renovations can represent a significant additional investment, so it's crucial to factor those potential costs into your budget.
So you're not just buying the property as it is, you might be buying into some future renovations.
That's a good way to put it. It's about having a realistic view of the overall investment.
Makes sense. And finally, since we're talking about coastal homes, the text mentions environmental factors and safety measures. Those seem particularly important.
Oh, absolutely. Malta's coastline, like many island nations, is susceptible to natural processes such as sea erosion, storm surges, and the long-term implications of rising sea levels.
So it's about choosing a property that's not just beautiful, but also safe and sustainable.
Exactly. The advice in the text to consider properties located at least 10 meters above sea level is prudent, and it's wise to investigate what flood prevention measures are in place for any property you're seriously considering.
So it's a matter of balancing the dream with the practicalities.
Very much so. Coastal living offers incredible benefits, but it's important to be aware of and prepared for the specific environmental considerations that come with it.
That's good advice. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from the unique architecture and stunning views to the financial aspects and environmental considerations. It seems like owning a Seaview home in Malta is about embracing a certain kind of lifestyle.
Precisely. It's about that allure of waking up to the sound of the Mediterranean Sea, the possibility of enjoying fresh, locally sourced seafood, being immersed in a culture that's rich in history and tradition. That combination is a powerful draw for many.
It's a lifestyle that many people dream of.
It is. And whether it's envisioned as a holiday retreat, a permanent residence, or even an investment, the appeal of that coastal living, with its architectural beauty and those stunning views, it paints a picture of a truly unique and enriching experience.
Absolutely. It's not just acquiring a property, it's investing in a particular quality of life.
Well said.
Well, I think this deep dive has provided a fantastic overview of Maltese Seaview homes, covering everything from those distinctive architectural elements to the various price points and those crucial considerations for buyers. Hopefully, our listeners now feel much better informed and equipped to appreciate what these coastal properties have to offer.
I think so. We've explored how these homes are so intrinsically linked to Malta's unique history, landscape, and culture, providing a really diverse range of living experiences along its beautiful coastline.
And as you reflect on everything we've discussed, the blend of history, that breathtaking natural beauty, the spectrum of price points, what aspect of Maltese Seaview living truly captures your imagination? Is it the charm of a traditional Gallarija, the mesmerizing depths of the Blue Grotto, or the thought of direct access to the sands of Mellieha? We hope this has sparked your curiosity and given you a solid foundation to delve deeper into the specific locations or architectural styles that resonated most with you.
It's a fascinating journey to embark on.
It is. And until next time, happy deep diving.
Keep exploring.